Greetings, everybody. Today is part 2 of the 1.8 camshaft swap. As we can see, our guy has an operation going on here. I've already pretty much disassembled the whole upper end of the car. Couple things that are different. Most of the people who on the forums know, but in case you don't know, then you don't know. Underneath the intake cam, there are one right here, and 2 oil control valves. Now, unfortunately, the guy who I got these from couldn't get the other smaller oil control valve. I think that's the one that is different, because these appear to be the same on the 1.6 and the 1.8, the larger of the two. Inside there's a little check ball. This one is all cruddy and old. The one he got me is much, much nicer, let me tell you. I ain't gonna lie. He gave me some good parts. One of the things that people are always asking, I can't get the old lifters out. Getting lifters out is really fucking easy, and I will show you in just a second here how to do it. The first thing you do, it's really helpful if you have the magnet on a extending stick thing. Every toolbox should have one. If yours does not, well, then it sucks to be you. However, not everybody has one, but usually you can find a decently strong magnet. This is just a small little block magnet, because I can't find my magnet on a stick, and it's this fast and this easy. Now keep in mind, I've had this thing apart, so mine come out a little bit easier, but as long as you pull straight up, they usually come straight out, and whoop, there it is. One lifter. Now people wonder about the the shims and all that kind of crap. Here's the shims. On the back side of them is written a little number. This one has the number of, if you can read it, who knows if this thing will focus on it, but 306. Some of these things are 296, 302, 304. I haven't taken them all apart because I really don't care. I'll measure all these, make sure they're accurate, and then if somebody needs some shims, then I'll see what I can do to help them out. Don't really care too much, or I might just sell the whole fucking lot of them, but hard lifters aren't really worth shit. So, anyway, big problem with my car I found is some scoring on the exhaust cam journal here. I've sanded the top edges of stuff down. It's actually not, it looks pretty bad. I'm going to put some photos in my project thread showing the photos. The photos look a little bit worse than they are. There's probably 2 thousandths of an inch grooves. Just ballpark guessing on the size. They're not really bad, but they're bad enough where I don't like it. The cams themselves had a lot more wear on them than the 1.8 cams. These were in a lot better shape, so I'm putting in better shit. In fact, here is the worst of the wear in the journal. As you can see, the dark spot over here where my thumb is at, it's actually not real nice. I'm going to try and sand that down and try and buff it smooth. If possible, I may end up at some point in time taking this thing apart and trying to burnish the bore out, or even take the whole frickin' head out and try and do it. I'd prefer, if possible, maybe borrowing a burnishing tool from work and then just lift the engine up so that it was up to about here at this angle, and then burnish it out and try and basically you're polishing it and smearing the metal without actually removing any material. And you can clean up a bore into like mirror finish if you really take your time doing it. I don't know if they'll let me use the tool, and I don't even know if we have a tool that's going to be that size. Anyway, that's how you do that. Second thing, the more important part here that I was making this video for, was people are always asking, well, what do you do the lifters? Well, I've already shown you how to take them apart in the other video. And so now you have it boing, boing. You watch my thumb disappear on the side there. Kind of like a penis going up in there. Just, baby, I'm just going to put the tip in. Really, I swear. Anyway, here's what I'm doing to pump up and prime the lifters. A lot of people putting them in dry and then they got to wait for them to get pumped in, and then you got to drive around for a while, your car idle, and all that kind of crap. Not me. I put the shit together. I can put my key in the ignition the next day because I don't even test it to make sure that I did it right. I just get in the fucking car and drive like hell to work. It either blows up or it don't blow up. Fuck it. But I'm stupid like that. Most people should be smart. Okay. So, here's the move that I do. First, you take a mason jar. This is not a, what you do is you first pee into the jar, as you can see that I've done. And I suggest you use halfway decent quality urine. Or if you don't have that, you can always buy less than decent quality urine. Whatever one you want, whatever. Just take a big old sip of it. If you don't have urine, you can always use honey. Anyway, synthetic honey, baby, synthetic honey. Okay, now here's the thing. You'll notice that there is a tiny little hole. You see the little hole in the little video there? I can see it, but I don't know on the screen, but I don't know if you guys will be able to make it out. But either way, the idea is you deep six it in here, and you squeeze it, and I don't know if this is going to, you can kind of see little bubbles coming out of it. Basically what you're doing is you're pushing the little, the lifter. See the bubbles coming out? Blub, 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 blub. Damn, it's all this reflection. I'll try this like this. Okay. See, look at those bubbles come out. There you go. And you keep going, pumping and pumping, until eventually no more air bubbles come out. It takes around about maybe 20 pumps or so. Eventually, just a couple small little tiny air bubbles come out. Make sure you also have the the little hole facing towards the top, so that the air rises up in it. Then just take the oily thing. Make sure your hands are actually clean. My hands look filthy, but I actually did wash them prior to doing this. We take the new lifter and we go bloop, drop it into the little spot. And see, we've already got 1, 2, 3 little shiny lifters, and it's that fucking easy. I presume that if you've gotten this far, you'll be able to finish the job just fine. But that was my little trick that I used to prime the lifters. This way I don't have to fucking wait for my freaking engine to pump them up and have dead fucking flat lifters. So, hopefully I won't have any noise or too much problems with this thing. Although I may need a new cylinder head at some point in time. But we'll see. Peace out, G's. I hope somebody's learned something. And as you can see, the car is coming along. Actually, the head actually looks really, really nice otherwise. So, and this is the insanity to which I work with. And I also just put struts on this fucking piece of shit. Let me tell you, it's real fun. You got to take all the whole wiper assembly and everything apart. Sucks balls. Toyota, you can kiss my balls. Peace out, bitches. Okay, stop.